All right, the following segment is sponsored by Graves McLain. You know, there are a lot of events which can lead to brain injury. Sometimes after they happen, you might not even know how serious your injury is. So the attorneys at Graves McLain Law Firm, they want to help inform us. So we got Chad joining us this morning, Chad McLain, and also his daughter Maya here today, who's getting ready to go skiing. So this is something you need to pay attention to.
That's right.
So, brain injuries, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, traumatic brain injuries, there's a certain definition that the CDC gave them, right?
Yeah, the Center for Disease Control puts out a lot of information and statistics on traumatic brain injuries, and it's actually just the disruption of the normal brain function. Could be from a direct blow to the head, but it doesn't require that. Could be this, like a whiplash type energy.
All right, so that's the definition, and the thing is, they can happen at any time. They can happen skiing, they can happen in a car crash, sports, I mean, falling down in your home.
Right, most of them are from motor vehicle accidents, obviously violence. Those are things that happen quite often. Then sports injuries and then motor vehicle crashes. That's where we see them most of the time, is in motor vehicle accidents.
All right, so what are some of the signs and symptoms? Because, I mean, a lot of people say, well, you know, I felt a little woozy. Does that mean, how do you know? Do you go to the doctor? What do you do?
Well, a lot of times you'll see you start feeling dizzy, nauseous. Your pupils will sometimes dilate, and that's usually what you would want to look for. Staying in a non-bright room and then checking the dilation of the pupils. I was talking to a doctor friend of mine and was told that if you start vomiting, that's a sign you probably need to go get checked out by a doctor.
Yeah.
And again, the thing that is a little bit scary is it doesn't take a direct blow to the head, so you could actually have a concussion and maybe not know it until you have that sign or symptom.
Wow. So what would you say then for a person maybe who was injured, whether it's a car accident or a sporting event? Do you go right away to the doctor? I mean, and how do you know the right doctor to go to? What's some of that?
Well, I mean, it would kind of depend, but emergency care, depending on what time of day or night it is, but your primary care doctor should be able to recognize those signs and symptoms. And with the public awareness with the concussions, with sports-related injuries, has heightened the recognition of concussion and the seriousness of traumatic brain injuries. And so most physicians would notice that, and ultimately, if it's serious enough, you would probably end up in the care of a neurologist.
Okay. Yeah. Again, yeah, they certainly take them a lot more serious now than they used to, certainly,
Absolutely.
which is a good thing. So what are some of the things, for skiing or playing sports, that we can do to protect ourselves?
So generally, it's going to be in cars, seat belts. The smaller children are going to be car seats. Make sure they're properly strapped into the car. And since we're going skiing, we're going to talk about helmets. Some kids on snowboards, most parents are making their kids wear helmets, but that's a mandatory safety item, even for older people like myself. I'm going to wear a helmet.
I don't think I'd classify you as old just yet, Chad.
Well, I'm going to be safe and wear a helmet anyway, just in case.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of times we just take it for granted. It's not going to happen to us. I'm careful, but that's why they're called accidents.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You read about one or two of them almost every year where there was an accident. Nobody knew it was going to happen, but that's why we try to make people aware so they'd be safe.
All right, some great advice, some great tips. Thank you very much, Chad.
Thank you. Thanks
Maya,
for having us.
thanks for coming in. Good luck skiing, okay? And you be careful, okay? All right. All right, Graves McLain, 4137 South Harvard Avenue, 918-359-6600, gravesmclain.com, and you can also find and like them on Facebook.